Hello everybody, welcome to game 4 in the opening day game or opening day series in the Pop 10, Payoff Pitch Top 10. And this game's coming from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. It'll be the Chicago White Sox against the Philadelphia Phillies. And again, we will not be using the DH because the National League team is the home team. Look at the starting pitchers for both teams. For the Phillies, it'll be Cy Young nominee Aaron Nola, and for the White Sox it'll be James Shields. Trying a little bit different setup today, or tonight I should say. What I'm going to do is put the ballpark card up here. Let's lift this so you can see it a little bit better. Ballpark card is there. I'm going to put the Phillies when they're pitching here, and the White Sox batters here, White Sox pitcher here, Phillies batters here, and score sheet is kind of off to the side, so hopefully this will still be okay. Trying to, after watching the two Earls score some of their games on notebook paper, I'm going to try to do the same thing because I've got a ton of filler notebook paper, and I'm putting all the score sheets in 3-ring binders anyway, so saving me having to 3-hole punch every score sheet. Thought I'd try it on the binders in the notebook paper to see how it goes. Let's look at the lineup for the White Sox as they will be on this opening day game. Daniel Palka is the left fielder. He'll lead off. Carlos Sanchez is at second, or he's at third, batting second. Jose Abreu is at first, hitting in the third position. Avisail Garcia in right is the cleanup batter. Yohan Moncada is at second base, hitting fifth. Batting sixth is Omar Nar Vay Ez, the catcher. Tim Anderson at short hits seventh. Adam Engel in center hits 8th, and hitting off pitcher hitting card number 6 is James Shields. For the Phillies, leading off will be second baseman Cesar Hernandez. Batting second is center fielder Odubel Herrera. Get stuck together. Second is Carlos Santana at first. Batting third is Odubel Herrera. Sometimes these cards stick together. Rhys Hoskins is in left. He'll hit cleanup. Nick Williams is in right, batting 5th. Maikel Franco's at third, hitting 6th. Scott Kingery's at short, hitting 7th. Andrew Knapp's the catcher, hitting 8th. And off pitcher hitting card number 1 is Aaron Nola. So oddly enough, the American League pitcher has a better hitting card than the National League pitcher, but Shields was in the National League for a short time, so that may have something to do with that. All right, we are ready to go. It's going to be, I'll go ahead and leave him here. It'll be Daniel Palka leading off, and I'll just kind of move the other cards off camera a little bit so they're not so distracting. So Daniel Palka is going to be batting against Aaron Nola. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put these side by side. I think that might work better. So Aaron Nola, and I'll go ahead and put the ballpark card down here too, to the left. All right, there we go. All right, so Daniel Palka against Aaron Nola. Nola's first pitch is a 7, which is in play. In play 78. In play 78 is going to be a fly to center. So there's one away. Palka is retired. Here's Sanchez. So Nola, it's a 9 for Nola. It's tough. Tough 14. That's a strikeout. So 2 up, 2 down goes Sanchez. Here is Abreu. 7 is going to be in play for Nola. And a 61, in play 61, that's going to be a fly to right. Innings over. So White Sox go down in order 1, 2, 3. That will bring up the Phillies and Cesar Hernandez, as he will be facing James Shields. 1 second for a quick timeout. Okay, we're back for the bottom of the first. I made a slight adjustment. I took the box that the stand for the camera was sitting on and lowered it, so it's back to ground level. I think you can see the cards a little bit better. I'm going to try to roll over here against this backboard, so hopefully that will work out a little bit better than what the top of the inning did. Here is James Shields with the delivery, and it's a 9, which is tough, so I put it in a tough spot for Hernandez. And we get a 67. Tough 67 out of range. That is a fly to right field. And there's one away. I'm going to bring up Carlos Santana. Shields. A 3, which is patient. Santana, patient, 54. And it's going to be a walk. Santana's almost going to exclusively walk because he drew a lot of walks in real life, so his card emulates that, and it is a 1-out walk. He's no threat to steal, though. Here's a Dubo Herrera. It's a 9, which is tough for Herrera. Tough 36. Tough 36 is a strikeout. So 2 down, and it'll be up to Rhys Hoskins to keep the inning going. That is a 7, which is in play. In play 52. Out of range 52 is a ground ball to third. And the inning is over. Neither team can strike in the first. We go to the second, no score. And Aaron Nola will take his spot again on the mound. And he'll be facing cleanup hitter Avisail Garcia, the right fielder. Nola, oh, that's a leaner. Let me push these back here and try it again. Trying to avoid hitting the cards. All right, so we got a 7, which is in play for Nola. Garcia, 85, in play 85 is well out of range. It's a ground ball to short. And Garcia is gone, 1 away. Brings up Yohan Moncada. 8 is patient. Patient and a 54. That's going to be a walk for Moncada. 1-out walk. And I'll bring up Navaz. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Navaz is how I'm guessing. I don't know for sure. 5 is tough. Ooh, it's a 56. 56 tough is out of range. 56 is a fly to left. And that's out number 2. So 2 down, and Tim Anderson, the batter. Shortstop. Oh, rolled the wrong way. Should be rolling the D6 at first. My bad. 11 is tough for Anderson. Tough 73. Tough 73. Out of range for a hit. 73 is a ground ball to second. And the inning's over, so nothing doing in the top of the second for the Sox. Still nothing to nothing. I'll bring up Shields back to the mound, facing Nick Williams, right fielder. It's 11, which is patient on Shields. And we're going to get a 65. And that's the hit, last item in the hit by pitch range. So Williams gets plunked to lead off the inning. Not really a base stealing threat. And I'm going to go ahead and try to roll all 4 together and see what happens. See if I can get a little quicker. 4 is patient. Patient 08. That's going to be another walk. So a hit by pitch and a walk. So without the benefit of a hit, the Phillies have 2 on, nobody out for Scott Kingery. Shortstop. Shields, a 10 is tough. 41. That's a strikeout. A much needed strikeout for Shields. 1 away for Andrew Knapp, the catcher. It's a 3, which is patient, 65. And that's a base hit for Knapp. Patient 65 is a hit. Lead die of 1. So we'll check runner advancement from second base. On a lead die of 1, you get 1 base. I'm sorry, for second base, you get 1 base. Lead die of 1. You get 1 base. So bases are now loaded for the pitcher Nola with 1 out. So he's not really in a position to sacrifice. They're just going to have to swing away and see what he can do. He'll have pitcher hitting card number 1. 8 is tough. That's automatic strikeout. So it's 2 down. Now it's up to the leadoff man, Cesar Hernandez, to bring home the runs. Not leave him stranded. 5 is ballpark, 67. Ballpark 67 is out of range because Hernandez is a switch hitter batting left. So 1 to 60 is the wheelhouse. 67 is in play. So we'll have an in-play roll for Hernandez. 42 or less, though, he will get a hit. And he does. It's a 9, so that's actually a single. And we had a 5 on the 2d6s for the ballpark result. So we know a single is going to score Williams, who had gotten hit by the pitch, so he will score. Now Franco, check his run rating. Franco's run rating, if he's a 6 or higher, he will score automatically. And his run rating is a 5, so he will not. So we have to go to the board. Lead die of 2, runner at second. Lead die of 2, runner does score. And runner on first gets 2 bases. So everyone moves up 2 bases as Franco scores. It's a 2-run single for Hernandez, and Knapp will take third. So a 2-run single by Hernandez is 2-0 Phils as they break through. And Carlos Santana, the batter. It's a 7. That's in play. 86. 86 is going to be a ground ball to short. That's going to end the inning, but 2 runs for the Phils. And they have given Aaron Nola a 2-0 lead to protect. As we go to the third, it'll be Adam Engel, center fielder for the White Sox, number 8 hitter, followed by Shields, and then the leadoff man, Palka. Nola. 7 is in play. 85. In play 85 is a ground ball to short. 1 away. That'll bring up Shields. He is hitting off pitch rating card number 6. 7 is in play. 21. In play 21. Just missed it. He had to have an 18. 21's a liner to second. So 2 down. Base is empty. And Palka going to step in there. Got a 4 and a 69. 4 is ballpark. 69, though, is going to be an in-play result. So we go to Palka's in play. And we get an 07. That is a double for Palka. So a 2-out double for Palka. Palka, I should say. Every time I hear Polka, I think of Lawrence Welk. It's a bad thought. All right, here is Carlos Sanchez. 6 and 24. 6 is tough. Tough 24 is a strikeout. And Nola finishes off the Sox here in the third. Gives up the rather meaningless double. 2-out double. It comes to no fruition. We go to the bottom of the third. 2-0 Phils. Shields back out. And first man he's facing is Odubel Herrera. Struck him out his first time. 7 is in play. 96. It's a fly to right. 1 away. We'll bring up Rhys Hoskins. 5 is ballpark. 67. That is wheelhouse. It's the very last number in the wheelhouse. So he found Hoskins' wheelhouse. That's not a good place to be. Hoskins 1 to 73 is a home run. And he got it. Hoskins, a solo shot. And the Phils lead it 3-0 on the Rhys Hoskins blast. And the Phils extend that lead. 10 is tough for Williams. Tough 22 is a strikeout, out number 2. And that'll bring up Maikel Franco, I should say. It's not your Kel, he's my Kel. 8 is tough 34, and that's going to be a base hit for Franco. I think he actually pronounces his name Franco, but don't quote me on it. I'm not a Phil aficionado. Here's Kingery. 6 is in play. 06. 06 in play is a double, so we could have more runs. Franco, his run rating is a 5, so we do have to check base run advancement with the dice. Even with the 2-out boost, the lead die is a 3, and he's on first base with a double. Lead die of 3, he scores. So Franco will score. So just when you thought they were done for the inning, they keep it going on the Kingery double. It is now a 4-0 lead for the Phils. Here's Knapp. 7 is in play, 67, and it's a fly to right. And Shields puts away the Phillies, puts them to rest with that out on Knapp. So we go to the top of the 4th. It'll be Abreu. I don't know why I moved the stadium card. That was pretty silly. All right, so Abreu, the batter. It's Nola. Sox have their work cut out against Nola, down by 4 already. 10 is tough. 0-3, that's a definite strikeout. 1 away for Avisail Garcia. Garcia 2 is defense, and that's a 65. So we'll go to our defensive chart, number 65, and we'll find that 65 is the error rating or error check on a third baseman. Third baseman is Mikel Franco, and his rating on his range, he is a D. So we're checking, or are we checking error? Just totally forgot what we were checking here. Go back. Talk about short-term memory loss. Let me go find it again. Oh, it is the error rating, not the range. Okay, the error on Franco is a 4. So he's a 4 on his error rating, which on Citizens Bank Park, a 1 to 39 will be an error. Anything above 39, he will make the play. And he makes the play. Let's find out what kind of play it was, whether it was a pop-up or a grounder, just to be proficient here, or technical. 9 on the out is a ground ball. Okay, so it is a 5-3 ground out. So 2 down. And that'll bring up Yoan Moncada. 9 is tough. 45, that's a strikeout. And the reason why I was in particular about that out is I am keeping defensive statistics, because I do have this little mini league set up in Stratomatics PC game. I took the 2016 set that I have on the computer and copied these 10 teams over and did some wheeling and dealing to put the players on the right team, and the players that were missing, I just created them, and they're all set to go. So I've been using that for input rather than trying to keep all the stats by hand. So as I put this in direct entry and I wanted to do the defense, I want to keep track of every single little detail so I can have it all the way I need it. All right, here's Nola. He's going to hit to lead off. 8 is tough. It's automatic strikeout. 1 away. Oops. Why the cards keep coming upside down. Here's Cesar Hernandez. 10 is tough. 32, that's a strikeout. So Shields may be going out with a bang here. 2 strikeouts in a row. Here's Santana, looking to change his evil ways. 7 is in play. 71, and 71's a ground ball to second in the inning. So Shields, a little bit better recovery there in this inning. Still, he trails 4-0 as we go to the 5th. Nola comfortably in front, or at least it seems comfortably. Here's Nar Vay Ez to lead off. That's a 6 and a 15. 6 is tough. Tough 15 is a strikeout. So Nola has the K going for him. Here's Tim Anderson. 7 is in play. 16, that's a base hit. So Anderson gets a 1-out single for Adam Engel. And Shields is due up next, so it's going to be the all for Shields. 11 is tough. 14, that's a strikeout, out number 2. And now we'll get a pinch hitter for Shields. And we'll see who they're going to go to off their bench. We're going to go to Nick Delmonico. Nick Delmonico knows what's at stake for this pinch hit. Delmonico. Right him in as I dropped one of the dice. Now the cat wants to try to play with it, so one of the hazards of having a cat in the room with you while you're trying to do a video. All right, here's Delmonico. 7 is in play. 64, that's going to be a ground ball to short. And the inning's over, so nothing doing there for the Sox. So Shields goes 4, and that's going to do it for him. Shields, 4 innings pitched. He faced 20 batters. So now when I go to do the stats at the end, I can know who is doing the switching, or when the pitcher is put in. Nola, cruising along, obviously. Shields is done, so the new pitcher, the Phillies are going to send up Herrera, Hoskins, and Williams, a couple of lefties. So the Sox will counter with Jace Fry, no relation to Glenn. So Jace Fry is on. And he will be facing Odubel Herrera. 5 is tough 81 against a lefty. Tough 81 is a fly to center. One away for Rhys Hoskins, who homered his last time up. 7 is tough 43 against a lefty. 43, that's a base hit. So Rhys Hoskins fought one off. He's 2 for 3. And that'll bring up Nick Williams. 5 is tough 72. Tough 72 is a strikeout. Nick Williams has struck out twice. Here's Maikel Franco. 7 is tough 92. That's a ground ball to short. And in the inning. And that's going to do it for Fry. He's a 1-inning pitcher only, as he faces 4 batters and doesn't give up anything. So we go to the 6th. Nola back out. His fatigue rating is number 6, but he's tossing a shutout, so might be able to go a little bit longer. But with a 4-0 lead, they might let him go 7 and then turn to the pen. 7 is in play, 83. That's going to be a fly to center for Palka. One away. I kind of like the scoring on the notebook thing. I have to give kudos to both the Earls because I saw them both do it and wondered how they did it. But now that I'm trying it, I kind of like it actually. 5 and 00. So here we go. That was a 00. I just hit it with my thumb. So we are going to the rare play chart, and I have a secondary chart when the bases are empty. So bases are empty. We use this. I'm going to use this chart instead of the one that came with the game. It's got more options on it. It's got 66 different things. So we're going to roll 2d6s. And the first one, since they're the same color, I should have been using different color d6s. This one's going to be the 10s, and that's a 4. So this one's going to be the 1s. So it's a 46. So 46 on this thing here says, hit by pitch brawl erupts. All future hit by pitch in the game results in pitcher being ejected. So we get a hit by pitch as Nola plunks Sanchez. Could be payback for when they hit Williams back in the first inning, or second inning rather. So be cognizant of that. The umpires have issued warnings. So next hit by pitch, and we're getting ejections. So here is Jose Abreu. 5 is tough 97. That is a fly to left. 2 down. And I bring up Avisail Garcia. That is a 7 and a 93. 7 is in play, but a 93 is another fly to left. And the inning is over. So now we need a new pitcher for the Sox because Fry obviously had more appearances than innings pitched, so he's not a multi-inning guy. So they will bring in Nate Jones. So Nate Jones is going to come on for the Sox, and he'll be facing Scott Kingery. So Nate Jones is on to face Kingery. 8 is tough 13. That's a strikeout. So Kingery is gone. Here's Andrew Knapp. 2 is Wheelhouse 67. Knapp 67. Wheelhouse is out of range. 67 is a fly to right. So Nate Jones got away with one. Knapp caught sleeping on that one and didn't quite get it good enough. Here is Nola. 4 is Ballpark 57. And that's in the Wheelhouse. But off a pitcher hitting card is a Wheelhouse. 1 to 3 is a double. 4 to 9 is a single. Anything else, he'll be out. So can Nola do anything? It is an 83. He will ground to short. And that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing there. We go to the 7th. And the Phillies still comfortably in front 4 to nothing. And since he's pitching a shutout, they're going to go and let Nola go one more inning. That's why they didn't pinch hit for him, because they wanted him to go one more inning. And it's Moncada lead off the 7th. That is a 10 and a 42. 10 is tough. Tough 42 is a strikeout of Moncada. One away. for Nar Vay Ez. That is a 7 and a 24. 7 is in play. In play 24 is a base hit for Nar Vay Ez. And I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name correctly or not. I might have to look it up or listen to it on YouTube and see what his actual name is. I should have done that earlier. Didn't have time. 6 is tough. 12, that's a strikeout. So I may butcher some of the names of the players I'm not that familiar with. Here's Adam Engel. 9 is tough. Tough 05, that's a strikeout. So Aaron Nola is going to go out on top with a strikeout. And 7 shutout frames for Nola. And his day is done. They don't want to wear him out on opening day. So he goes 7 innings, no runs, and his batters faced 26. So the Phillies will be looking to bring in somebody to come in and pitch in the 8th. But when we get to that, that'll be a decision that has to be made by their manager. And let's see, the Sox, Nate Jones, he's going to come in and pitch. He's going to pitch a 2nd inning because he went 1, 2, 3. So they're going to go ahead and give him a chance to keep going. So it'll be Cesar Hernandez leading off against Jones. 4 is ballpark. 97 though is in play. So in play result for Hernandez is an 81, and that is a fly to center. 1 away. And I'll bring up Carlos Santana. 6 is tough. 64. That's going to be a fly to right. 2 down. And Gabe Kapler forgot to warm up anybody in the bullpen, so he's scrambling to get somebody up there now. Let's see who he's called over to. He is going to be looking for Luis Garcia. So Luis Garcia is going to be the new pitcher for the Phillies, as Gabe was sleeping on the job. Forgot to tell somebody to warm up, so has to scramble while Odubel Herrera is batting. 10 is in play. 71, that's going to be a ground ball to short. So Nate Jones pitches 2 innings and retires all 6 batters he faces. So nice job out of the bullpen for Jones. And it's actually the pitcher spot's going to lead off for the White Sox. And they'll need a pinch hitter for Jones, as Luis Garcia is going to be coming in for the Phils. So Garcia is on, and the pinch hitter for the White Sox is going to be, let's see here, it's going to be Charlie Tilson. Left-hander, Charlie Tilson. So Tilson, pinch hitter. So Tilson will lead things off against Garcia. Got a 8, which is tough, and an 88. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. So Tilson is retired on the pinch hitter. He could not get the base hit. Here's Palka, top of the order for Palka. 8 is tough. 58, that's a strikeout. 2 down, and that's going to leave it up to Carlos Sanchez. And we get a 6 and a 97. 6 is tough. 97's a fly to left. Innings over. So Garcia does his job. He's a 1-inning guy also, so that's all he's going to go is 1 inning pitched, facing 3 batters, and got them all out. So now we go to the bottom of the 8th. We'll need a new pitcher for the White Sox. And let's see, with Rhys Hoskins due up for the Phils, the Sox will turn to a right-hander of their own, and it is going to be, since they're down 4-0, they don't want to use one of their better relievers. They're going to use one of their lower rated relievers, Chris Volstad. Not sure how it's pronounced. Volstad, I guess. Volstad. Sounds like Ballstat, but I know that's not right. So, we got a cat trying to get my attention. So I'll try to play around that. Here's Volstad. It is a 10, which is in play, and a 52. That's out of range. 52 is a ground ball to third. And Hoskins is out of there. Here's Nick Williams. 8 is ballpark. 77, that's, however, is in the in-play range, not the wheelhouse. And we get a 30. 30 in play is still going to be a base hit for Nick Williams. So he gets his first hit of the season. 1 out single for Michael Franco. 5 is patient. 61, out of range. 61 is a fly to right. Out number 2 for Scott Kingery. 4 is in play. 88. That is a ground ball to short to end the inning. So nothing there for the Phils as Volstad goes 1 inning, gives up a hit, nothing else. And now we're looking for the top of the 9th for the Sox. Try to break the shutout if nothing else. And we'll get a new Phillies pitcher as well as Garcia went his 1 inning of work. And they'll turn it over now to Hector Neris. Hector Neris is going to come on. And he will be facing, to start things off, Jose Abreu here in the top of the 9th. Hector Neris. A lot of tough on his card. Although he did have a 5.10 ERA. Alright, here his wheelhouse is in the 4, so that's a pretty tough spot to have it. 11 is tough. 74, tough 74 is a ground ball to second. And Abreu is out of there. 2 outs to go for the shutout. Here's Garcia. 10 is ballpark. 58, that's in the wheelhouse for Garcia. So Garcia, chance to end the shutout. 1 to 70 is a home run. And what do you know, he got a 76. Still going to be a base hit, but he missed the home run. That's just kind of night it's been for the Sox. Here's Moncada. 7 is Patience. 78. Oh, he just missed it. 77. He would have got hit by a pitch, but 78. And if he'd been hit by a pitch, Neris would have been ejected from the earlier incident. But a 78 is going to make it a fly to center. So we one number away from having a ejection. And here's Omar Narvaez. 6 is tough. 52. And he just missed a hit. 51 would have been a hit. 52, however, is a ground ball to third. And the ball game is over. So the Sox shut out the Phils 4-0. Give the win to Nola, the loss to Shields. And there was no save because of a 4-0 lead. Be right back with the totals. Okay, we're back for the totals. This is my slightly messy score sheet, which is why I didn't want to put that on camera initially, because it's a work in progress for me to get used to scoring this on notebook paper. But now that I've done it, I kind of like it. And like I said, I'm putting these in 3-ring binders, so the fact these are already cut with the 3-hole punches rather than me have to 3-hole punch all the score sheets makes it nicer. So we look at our totals. For the Phillies, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 6 left. For the White Sox, no runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 6 left. Winning pitcher was Aaron Nola. Loser was James Shields. No save because of the 4-run lead. Nola went 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. And offensively for the Phils, home run by Rhys Hoskins in the second was a solo shot. Then he had a double by Kingery to bring in Franco for the second run. And over here you had Cesar Hernandez. That 2-run single brought home the first 2 runs in the second. So I may keep with this tradition. We'll see. Well, not tradition. Can't have a tradition if you don't do it before. I may keep with trying to do this on notebook paper. I've already got a game. I guess the next game written out on this next page, which is going to be Colorado and Atlanta. So sneak preview of that game, which is going to feature, I didn't put the pitcher in, did I? It's going to be Kyle Freeland for the Rockies against Julio Teheran for the Atlanta Braves. And when we get to game 2 of the Phillies White Sox, it'll be Reynaldo Lopez against Jake Arrieta. Of course, that will be offline. I'm going to play the games 2 and 3 of each of these series offline and then pick up online with game 4. So the last game of the opening day to be online, to be on the video, will be the Rockies and the Braves from SunTrust Park. So hopefully you'll will enjoy that when that comes out. The REA is the ratings on the cards, the range, the error, and the arm ratings. So that's the place I found to put it there. Since I'm putting these into the Stratomatic computer, I don't have to be that detailed on the pitching, because when I enter in the play-by-play, the computer will do all that legwork for me. So that does it from here, from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, as Game 4 is now in the books. 4-0 for the Phils. So home team does it again. And I'm trying to remember the home team. Let's see. San Diego won as the home team. Let me check my schedule. I think the home teams might be undefeated. Let's take a quick look here. Oh, take that back. Tampa Bay was a road team. They won opening day. So aside from that, the other 3 have been won by the, I believe, have been won by the home teams. Let's go back and check it out. Boston beat Miami at home. San Diego beat Seattle at home. And this game, Philly beat Chicago at home, but Tampa Bay was the lone road warrior as they won in Cincinnati as the very first game of the league. So let's go to do it from here. Hope everybody enjoys that presentation of Payoff Pitch Baseball in the league otherwise known as the Pop 10, which, of course, the setup is very much indebted to Tabletop Earl, because he's the one who gave me the idea when he did his Tenacious League. And so hopefully, and it's a lot of fun. I to be honest with you, I'd rather be doing this with Strat. I think it'd be more interesting to do it with Strat, but he's already doing it with Strat, so I said, let me try doing it with Payoff Pitch and see how it goes. I've got to figure out how I'm going to implement rest and injuries. I know the rare play chart on Payoff Pitch had some injuries. Maybe not quite as many as Strat does, but we'll see how it goes. And I've got some minor leaguers on each of the teams, so in case there's injuries or if anybody's playing poorly, I'll go ahead and make those roster adjustments as I see that they need to be done. All right, time for me to get out of here. Hope you enjoyed watching that Payoff Pitch game, and if I've made mistakes on the player pronunciation, please let me know. Otherwise, as usual, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.